Sports.
Welcome to Athens, Georgia, Sanford Stadium, home to the Georgia Bulldogs, where more than 90,000 have already started to bark loudly. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. He'll bring it out. It's Golden. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. Maybe some early game jitters showing there, and very fortunate to retain possession on the opening kickoff. So the Texas Longhorns return team certainly didn't do the offense any favors there. And here he is. Let me tell you about this wide receiver. He is a route-running DB, toasting, pass-catching, touchdown-scoring, woo, son of a gun.
I can't wait to see how this defense is going to try and corral this guy, because you play man-to-man, you risk him running right by you and catching the deep ball, but you play zone and you give him the opportunity to potentially make yards after the catch.
And they got him for a safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
Typically, at this spot on the field, you make a fair catch. I'd call that risk-aversive, but it is good field position. So Georgia's offense will go to work for the first time today. And this wide receiver, he's the linchpin to the offense. They want to make sure they find a multitude of ways to get him the football.
And it's a risk-reward scenario on defense when you're trying to cover this guy, Reese, because you play man coverage, you risk him running by you and catching deep balls, you play too much zone, and then he can hurt you after the catch. A lot of different ways. This guy is very dangerous.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. He's going to go for a big one. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. They'll try to get it through the air. He's moving out of the pocket. Crosses the 30, he's got to lay it. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
Makes the grab. He'll be stopped just short the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Dogs are on the move. To the air, it's back. They're bringing heat. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs! He didn't see anyone open. He said, no problem, I'll take care of it. And they fake it. The holder looking for a man. He makes the catch in the end zone, and that trickery works to perfection for the 2. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. Coming out with it, it's Golden. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the...
Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Didn't get a chance to show off those return skills, but he gives his offense the ball at the 29.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks in the back end. He's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Going for it all. And they won't make the connection, going for the big play.
And on that incompletion, I think the quarterback was being just a bit too careful, trying to throw that ball too far outside, obviously aware that the defenders are coming from the inside. You don't want to put it behind the intended target and risk the pick 6, but he needs to be more accurate.
Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats, but when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, and they got the ball back. At least they got it, I guess. What a disastrous loss of yardage on that play. The drive continues after that fumble scare sent the offensive coordinator's blood pressure into orbit. Going downfield for the big play. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. I'm not positive, but that 1st down marker might be in the next county. It is 3rd and long. Let's see what kind of arm he's got. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Well, the quarterback and his intended target just simply didn't have the timing there. The ball falls incomplete on 3rd, now setting up 4th down.
This is a long 4th down try, but the offense stays on the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And is going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
Man, those 4th down stops are so huge for momentum to turn the ball back to your offense. Great pass defense, seeing the ball, breaking on it, swatting it down so the receiver couldn't make a play. Nice job by this defense.
Off play action on first down. Got it in the middle. It's held. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. You know, we joked that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And man, those tight ends now.
He's going for it all. Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Looking to pass. It's Beck. Feeling some heat. What a complete disaster. What a terrible decision to run that far backwards and take the safety.
Yeah, and sometimes you get confused and you get lost where you're out on the field, but not that far. And I don't know how to explain this. I would love to give you words and break this down and be like, this is what he was thinking. I don't know what he was thinking.
The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's just excellent cover. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Man across the board, he's still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the...
Throws toward the end zone. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Dogs!
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up. Got a short field, take advantage of it too. Get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and have.
It's a fake, and the holder showing off that arm. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Golden. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Here comes the Texas offense. drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm, maybe before you open.
And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return. And the sudden change situation even more difficult for this defense facing a first and goal. Back to throw, it's Beck. Might be looking to run. Unleashes to the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to pass on second down. He's in a world of trouble, and down he goes. A catastrophic loss on that play.
The offense right now is moving in the wrong direction. They weren't able to get a touchdown on that first down play. Now giving up a negative play on second down. You better be very careful about this third down play call.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. Third and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion now setting up fourth.
And the fourth down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football. The first down for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Pressure coming. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
He wants to go deep. And here's the fifth interception by this quarterback. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play. Couldn't order better field position for this offense. Back to pass, it's Beck. Quarterback adapted. And he can find a receiver, and down he goes.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front, and they won one right there. Getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are finding themselves in a hole here early in the game.
Touchdown, Georgia! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. On to attempt to try. Oh, they want the two, and the holder tries to throw for it. He makes the grab in the end zone. They must have seen something on film as they turn the fake into the two-point conversion. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Golden. No idea what he could have been thinking to try to return that one, and they stop him at the 7. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Off the play fake on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Bond. And oh, did they know that one was coming? They'll knock him down in the backfield.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground or throw it away. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your...
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
I know it's early in this game, but man, this defense has had their number. They've done a great job. Already built a huge lead. Now getting this offense in a situation where they got to pass the football, and they better.
And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
And I love what the secondary does here. You know the blitz is coming. You know the ball's going to come out quick.
It's a fake. The kicker wants to throw it. He makes the catch in the end zone, and that trickery works to perfection for the two. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. Fielded in the end zone, it's golden. There's no possible explanation for bringing that one out of the end zone, and they've got horrible field position at the 5. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one.
They come up with their second safety of the game. You don't see that very often.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
On the move, it's Etienne. The offense set for a first down play. Use the play fake, now to throw. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? All kinds of room to the right. Touchdown, Dogs! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skill.
It's a fake. Holder looking to throw. He makes the grab in the end zone. They must have seen something on film as they turn the fake into the two-point conversion. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out. It's golden. No idea what he could have been thinking to try to return that one, and they stop him at the 7. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. He wants to throw. He'll pull it down.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
They're going to get him for a safety. Tried to make something out of nothing and still got stuck for the 2. So after taking the safety, they'll line up for a free kick from their own 20. He will make the fair catch just a few yards shy of midfield. And now this offense will take the field again. To the air on first down. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
Back to pass, it's Beck. On the move and looking deep. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Throws to the wideout. Picked off. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Grabbed behind the line, it's Bond. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Wide receiver shows motion. They'll run play action. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they built the lead.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
On fourth down, going to the air. And here's a fumble way behind the line. How about that alert play from the defense to scoop it up? Touchdown, Georgia! Not content to get the... with the fumble.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just...
The fake, and he wants to throw. He makes the catch in the end zone, and that trickery works to perfection for the two. They're lining up to kick it away, and that defense salivating after getting the scoop and score. He'll bring it back looking for help. And the returner will be brought down. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. To the air, it's Ewers. Looking to the big tight end. Hauls it in. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Caught behind the line. It's Bond. And he has run out of bounds. Backwards there and just avoided the contact. Now on second down. The play action fake. Caught in the backfield, it's Bond. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. They come to the line, facing third and long from the 25. Fast motion from the offense. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Bond. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Tell you what, coaches catch heat a lot nowadays, especially on social media. I expect him to catch a lot of heat. Fourth down, long yardage situation on your own territory, and you want to go for it, and you fail, and you're surprised. You definitely shouldn't be surprised.
And he intercepts it. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. His quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
And that will go backwards. A negative play, and that defense on high alert that time. They need something that goes forward this time on second and long from the 14. Looking to throw, it's Ewers. Coming after it. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Wide out in motion. Now the play fake. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. He can't wait for this game to be over.
They fake it. Forget the kick. He's going to throw it. And the pass is incomplete off the fake field goal, and sometimes you just outsmart yourself. I know they wanted to be aggressive, throw caution to the wind. They might have been better off playing it safe there. Got enough space. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. Georgia heads to the line with a 1st and goal. He's looking to pass. It's incomplete and nearly intercepted in the end zone. You get the ball that close, you cannot put it in harm's way. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? He's looking to throw. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
And when you get closer to this area near the red zone and closer inside the 5 like you are here, it's tough to throw certain routes, right? Like you need to throw those slants. You need to throw those fades.
He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
Ready to try the point after. Oh, they try to trick him. The holder wants to pass. He makes the grab in the end zone. They must have seen something on film as they turn the fake into the 2-point conversion. They already have the lead, and they apparently want more here in the first half, going for the onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
We're only in the first half, and I don't think anybody had onside kick in the 2nd quarter on their bingo card. They were trying to catch the opponent off guard, but it didn't work. Now let's find out what this offense can do. You have got to make them pay for gambling.
Grab behind the line. It's Bond. And the defense coming with bad intentions. They knock him down for a loss. And wait, it's just 2nd. It's a fake, and the kicker's going to throw it. And he's dragged down. This is a 3rd and long. Trying play action. He'll get rid of it. Fires and picked off. Got room on the return. Great job by the freshman. Kept his eyes in the right place and made the play. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Wonder if they'll throw it again after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 49. Scanning the field, it's back. Looking for a big play. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. Touchdown, Dogs! And once he got loose, it was all over. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
A lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. You can see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go.
It's a fake. The holder's going to try to toss it. He makes the catch in the end zone, and that trickery works to perfection for the 2. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive. He'll bring it out. It's ball, and he coughs it up inside the 20. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. Maybe some nerves on that return, but a fortunate bounce, and they'll retain possession.
Whew, that's a breathing a sigh of relief for sure. Tries to take it out, puts it on the ground, but how about the offense getting back on it, turning what could have been a really bad play into, thank goodness I got the ball again.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Those are hard for offensive line when they get beat. You're going, no, look out for your blind side, watch out. But that great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground and getting the football out, a little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day.
And this guy's just never been able to get into a rhythm all game long, whether it's been because of pressure or the defense disguising their coverages. He just doesn't seem right. And as a result, he's now thrown 3 picks in this game.
The offense lining up for a first down play. Use the play fake, now to throw. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Grabbed in the middle, it's Golden. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes a stop. They've been steamrolled so far in this first half, David, but maybe a little positive momentum to take to the locker room.
And I like you got the first down of the drive, so maybe you can build on this now. I would play with some tempo, obviously getting closer to half.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
They got more sacks than a grocery store. Goodness gracious, time and time again, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground. This defense having their way.
Off play action. Getting some heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there. More and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
Caught in the backfield, it's Bond. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on third down.
Hey, on offense, you got to know when the play's over. That one there, nowhere to go with it after he caught the football. You start trying to juke guys. You start trying to run backward. This ain't high school anymore. I mean, you used to be able to make that play years ago. You're not doing it here in big-time college football, though. Not good.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. You want to talk about aggressive or wacky? This head coach is keeping his offense on the field inside his own 30. Little touch pass to the receiver. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
And I don't know how to explain that one. Fourth down and long, the percentages are low anyways, and on your side of the field, that is not the way.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time.
Touchdown, Georgia! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His second receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that time. lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Oh, they're faking it. The holder's going to try to throw it. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble but couldn't create anything there. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points.
Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to put push passes. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
This could absolutely spin this game in another direction. They're going for it inside their own 30. Throws to the tight end. Finds his man and they convert. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. And the Longhorns will have it 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And I tell you what, when you got a guy that is that good at dissecting your defense, you better get pressure. Nice job by the defense, hurrying him up, speeding up the thought process.
Off the play fake. They're trying to get to it. And they're on him in a heartbeat, and down he goes.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
3rd and long, and there's a lot to go through for a quarterback, and I've set my protections, and I got to understand my receivers getting to the sticks, but I also can't forget I got to get those feet set. That way the ball doesn't sail on me or the ball's a little bit more accurate. You could tell he was more worried about the situation and forgot about his feet.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They're already in field goal range, but Jesse, they want to be aggressive, but they can't take a negative play.
Well, the play caller's got to look up and down his sheet here to find a shot to the end.
And he got loose. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not one, not two. Big touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. Getting set for the point after. A little trickery and they flip it ahead. He's not going to make it. Stopped short of the goal line, and they are unable to extend this lead any further. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Coming out with it, it's Bolden. It's great to think you're going to score every time you return it, but man, what a bad decision. He's down at the 6.